Hello gamers, I am John, host of Video Games in the World, and welcome to the commentary gameplay of Illusion of Gaia in this live stream here on YouTube. So, Illusion of Gaia is one of my favorite Super NES titles, and it's one of the console's rarest gems. It was a long time ago before Enix fused with Square, and this is one game that I wish they either remade or brought back. So with all that said and done, let us start with Illusion of Gaia. The first time I played Illusion of Gaia was during the final days of the Super NES and in the rise of the N64. A family member of mine introduced me to this game, and I really enjoyed it ever since. Illusion of Gaia is a little bit like Zelda, but it's really awesome. And what I love about this game is that Illusion of Gaia has ruins and places from our world and many different cultures as well. That's what I love about this game. So, Illusion of Gaia was created from the same people that brought you Soul Blazer, Terranigma, and so on. Okay, so as you can see, this is like set in the Age of Exploration. The world was in an age of exploration. Looking for new lands, man uncovered the relics of ancient cultures. Nice graphics. Look at that. And one of those statues from Easter Island. As time passed, many legends began to surface. A legend from each ruin, a legend from each culture. An Egyptian Sphinx. Stonehenge. Various relics were found in the ruins. One of the legends told of strange statues in the shape of spirits. What was a spirit to ancient people? The ruins don't tell us. Of course, they don't. The Cambodian Temple of Angkor Wat. People who enter the ruins searching for wealth went in and were never seen again. Some said there were traps to protect the treasure. Others said it was a curse. No one thought these ruins would bring about disaster. So not only you have the ruins of the real world, but you also have in this game the biblical Tower of Babel. Now, according to the Holy Bible about the Tower of Babel, the Tower of Babel was being built in a time when the world spoke one language, but then God decided to put a halt to it, and people started speaking in different languages. Okay, so let us start from the beginning. And here is where we introduce to our main hero, Will. My name is Will. A year has passed since I went to the Tower of Babel with my father. My father and his party were met with disaster. Somehow I made it back to South Cape. I still can't believe my father is gone. I'll never believe it. When I grow up, I'll be an explorer and see the world. Somewhere I will meet my father. The bell's ringing. Time to go home. That's all for today's lesson. You four do your best to not fall behind. Demons have appeared outside of town. If you go very far, go with your parents. I'll see you guys at the usual place. I have to go home first. I'll see you guys. I have to go home first. I'll see you guys there later. And Lance remains. Like always, the cave at the seashore. Oh, Will, please recite with me. The world shines on brightly through eternity. Okay, so this is our first town. We are in South Cave, and this is where we see the portal that leads to our first dark space. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I will help you on your journey. Only one with a dark power can see the space. You are the chosen one. In a dark space, you can record a travel journal. Stop there before you depart. Continue your journey. If you say no, you're gonna put the game in sleep mode, and you're gonna have to reset it. Okay. So this game also has the red jewels. Once you get all 50 red jewels, you will enter a secret place and fight a boss from one of the games that predates Illusion of Gaia. Hey Will, how many times have I told you not to come up here? You have a habit of jumping down from places. Well, I guess I can't really stop you. Okay, this is our first red jewel. Search the left side of the bell tower on top of Will's school. There it is. I am the jeweler gem. I control the 7 seas. When you give him red jewels, okay, when you actually send those red jewels to the jeweler gem, and he'll give you something really cool once you obtain it in a certain amount of number of red jewels. 3 jewels, a herb. 5, raise your defense. 8, life. 12, strength. 20, enhance your psycho powers with freedom. 30, your dark powers. And 50, the secrets. He's a famous master of disguises. Okay. Woo! No sooner was the door to Seth's house opened than a jar came flying out. Okay. What's wrong with having a little fun with my hard-earned money? It's no joke! That man! I put up with it for Seth's sake, but if it weren't for him, I'd have left long ago! Well, you should have left, lady. If you're not having a very good marriage, leave. But make sure to tell your spouse first. Okay, so this is Lance's house, and this is where we're going to get the second red jewel. Your father has been lost at the Tower of Babel for a year now. It seems like only yesterday. Lance's mom. Okay. And there's another red jewel. The third red jewel, keep going in and out of the seaside cave until you see a fisherman just below the cave. Search the pot next to him and find a jewel. Gosh, I can't pull it up. Okay, now this big house is where Will's friend Eric lives here. The biggest house in South Cape, and Will envy people born to rich families. Huh, I can relate. I envy people being born to rich families. But hey, money doesn't buy happiness. That's all I'm gonna say, people. Okay, this is the seaside cave. It was natural for the 4 friends to call this seaside cave their second home. Usually when lessons were done at the school, they gathered there to talk and play games until sundown. Yeah, that was a pre-Will, Dustin, and Lucas, and Mike before Stranger Things. Many years ago, before these guys were born in the first place. Okay, so in order to get the third red jewel here in South Cave, keep going in and out of the seaside cave until you see a fisherman just below the cave. Search the pot next to him to find the jewel. Come on, come on. It's not easy to get it, but maybe at nighttime. Okay. Ah ha ha, I'm going to win again for sure. What is it, Will? It's late. I'm playing cards with Seth. Wait a minute. Suddenly, Eric rushed with a desperate look on his face. Oh boy, I like this part, folks. Ah, news! Big news! The Princess of Edward Castle has run away. They say she came to South Cape. That's all? You came in such a hurry that I thought something really big had happened. The princess girl is the princess is probably that spoiled girl Kara, the one you like so much. Liar! Maybe the soldiers will come down here looking for her. The soldiers from her castle look so cool. I want to steal a helmet too. And I thought everyone would be surprised. I'm not interested in girls. I like adventures better. We'll get over here and sit next to Eric. Everyone's here? What should we do today? I want to see Will's mysterious power. You haven't seen it? He can move things without touching them. He moved the statue that's in the corner of the cave. Will, show me again. Oh, it moved! Next, pick a card. Any card. I'll put 4 cards face down. Pick the one you think is the Ace of Diamonds. Well, any card is the Ace of Diamonds in this game, but I always chose this card. This one. It's the Ace of Diamonds, of course. Ah, right! I'm speechless! Hey, Seth, this is some type of psychic power, right? Yeah, it must be some kind of psychic power thing. If I didn't know better, I think it was magic. Most people have 5 senses. Sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. I think Will's psychic power is some kind of 6th sense. What Seth says is too complicated for me to understand. Seth, let's play one more game. Yeah, humans do have 5 senses. But if there's one thing my mother ever taught me is that there are people who have a 6th sense. Like feeling that something is about to happen, whether it's a good omen or a bad omen, you know? He still can't pull it up. Ain't that funny? There it is. A red jewel. And that's it. Now, when you raise the red jewel, they fly to a jeweler gems in the single life, or you can personally give it to him. Okay, now let's go to my house. Hogar dulce hogar, home sweet home. This is my house. The pie that Grandma Lola is making something really great. The pig's wrecking the room. But why is there a pig in my house? Ain't that piggy cute? Hamlet, you shouldn't snort at strangers. Is this your house? Yeah, so? Frankly, you look a little shabby. Well, excuse me. Your father? Mother? Not here, huh? This is a picture of your parents? My father's an explorer. I know. Ullman, the explorer. They say he was lost. He'll come back someday. Are you sad? No? I'd be sad if it were me. I'm sorry. Anyway, is there a piano here? No, there isn't. But Grandma Lola's a great singer. They're singing upstairs now. They have such loud voices. How disrespectful. Oh my, I haven't sung like this in a long time. Your grandmother, Lola, used to be a singer. I fell in love with her voice, that's why I married her. Oh, you bringing up a thing like that? Will, you shouldn't be surprised to hear that. The girl who was singing with me a minute ago... No! A scream from downstairs. It's that girl screaming. Uh-oh. Princess, I've been looking for you. I don't know you. Be gone. What are you saying? If I don't take you home, I'll lose my head? What do I care if you lose your head? Princess, do you think I have nothing better to do than to chase you down? I must take you home. It's the king's orders. Oh boy. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm King Edward's daughter, Kara. Will, I feel as though we've met before, as if we're good friends. So that girl likes to play practical jokes. Edward Castle. There's a big viaduct under the castle. Your grandfather designed it. What? Really? I used to be an architect. There's a prison under the castle. It's built like a maze to keep the prisoners from escaping. I feel bad that I built a prison where people disappear and never heard from again. Yeah. Enough serious talk. Let's eat dinner. I've made a delicious pie. Let's sit at the table upstairs. Well, I hope it's not exactly like Minnie's chocolate pie from the Help. We sat down to a feast of snail pie with whipped cream. I only got one piece, but Grandpa Bill ate half the pie. Damn. That grandfather of yours, Will's grandfather sure has an appetite. And he dreamt that Kara and he took a trip around the world. Huh, what a foreshadowing. And the next morning, something began to happen. I had more snail pie for breakfast. I left you a slice. Good morning, Will. A letter has come to you from King Edward. Bring the crystal ring from Omen's Things to Edward Castle, King Edward. I've been in a bad mood ever since I saw this letter. Oh, Will, I will teach you a spell. When I'm upset, humming this tune makes me feel better. Lola hummed a strange melody. That's pretty. Even though Will had never heard it before, it seemed oddly familiar. Now, Lola's melody will be a melody that is mostly played throughout the whole game. No. You'll keep Lola's memory, and it's going to have a major role later on. It has major roles in the game. A crystal ring? Never heard of it. There was nothing like that in the luggage your father Omen left behind. Maybe we could go to Edward Castle. We could see the princess. Be careful. Okay. King Edward summoned you to the castle? Well, just be careful. Okay, so our next journey will lead us to Edward's Castle. Welcome to Edward's Castle. This is King Edward's Castle. I must report this intrusion. Will shows a letter to the guard. A guest of the king? I'm sorry, you may pass. This is King Edward's Castle. Go to the second floor if you want to meet King Edward. This is King Edward's Castle. Be courteous and know that the king is very strict. King Edward is having breakfast. Wait a while, then enter. Recently a hunter was hired. I wonder what the king is thinking. Don't raise your voice and mind your manners. In exchange, I will give you 1 red jewel. Thank you. So your will, you were summoned by King Edward. Be careful when you meet with him. Well, at least he ain't Joffrey Baratheon. I love you. Well, he's shy. I'm glad that somewhere in the world there is someone who's thinking about me. Express your feelings to her, bro. Oh. Before someone else gets it. I mean, before someone else get her. Pardon me. This is the princess's room. Strangers can enter. Who is it? A guest? This is just a shabby boy. It's me, Kara. Oh, that voice! Let him in, or I'll tell everyone your old nickname. Oh, pardon me. Please enter. I was told to bring the crystal ring to King Edward. Terrible! It's terrible! Again, my father's trying to take something important from someone. I've escaped from the castle before. Now they won't let me go out. Recently, something very strange has happened in the castle. My mother has hired a famous hunter. It's ominous. Princess, let's go. I feel scared. My father and mother seem to have changed. Please save me. Take me out of here, please. Okay. Your business is finished. Get out. Now. Dude, what's with the pushing? The interview room is before you. Climb the stairs to meet the king. So you are Will. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's go see King Edward. If you want to see the king, keep your wits about you. Edwina. The king sent you the letter. Talk to him. Your Will? You look so shabby. And you look like a jerkhead. Well, did you bring the crystal ring? Yeah. I love lying to this guy. Good, an honest lad. Give me the ring. Are you lying to me, young whelp? Yeah. Guards, throw this impudent weasel in prison. Then go to Will's house and find the ring. Yes, sir. Ma'am, save me. Did you say ma'am? Oh boy. Edward's prison. I wonder what I have to suffer so. I wonder what will become of me now. Anyway, I have to think of a way to get out of here. This mosque has seen thousands of prisoners come and go. Those prisoners must have been encouraged by any sign of life. Oh, I can see that one coin only is online. It could be either one of the guys, Ricky or Dwayne. Someone was chained to this ball. It's locked. If I had a key, I would be opening it.
The cavalry's here!
Okay. A soldier's whisper comes from a hole in the ceiling. It's today's ration of bread. Even Moss drinks water. We'll taste some of the bread, and it's hard. The worst thing he's ever tasted. I know how that feels. Especially when it hurts your teeth when you eat a hard bread. For some reason, he really misses Grandma Lola's creative cuisine. Yeah, I would admit is my family's creative cuisine too, even my own. Speaking of cuisine, I can cook pasta, scrambled eggs, pancakes, chicken, rice. Time passes slowly, but the long day is ending. It pains me to think of the prisoners' feelings, not knowing what they should do. While I was trying to think of a way out, I drifted off to sleep. A familiar voice speaks from the flute. Will, this is your father. No! Father, you were a cute child, but now you've grown up. Isn't Grandma's Lola's pie delicious? Sure. Dad, where are you? I can't tell you now. I have something to ask of you. Listen. Yes, if it is your wish. I want you to save me. I too was held in the cell. Look at the left-hand wall. This? Have you ever heard anything from Grandpa Bill? Grandpa? He was an architect. He knows the secret of that stone. Secret? Starting now, you will encounter a terrible thing. Do I have to? Pick up the stone your enemy left. The power of the crystal is contained there. That power will prove to be your ally. You must make a pilgrimage to the ruins of the world to find the mystic statues. The closer you get to the crystal, the stronger the evil power will be. Will, no time. Quickly, first, to the Inca Ruins. The flute's voice fades and disappears. It's Hamlet the pig. I wonder if this is Kara's pig. What luck. There's a letter and a key tied to its tail. Sorry to hear that you're in prison. It's terrible what my father's done, but hear what I have to say. I too am a prisoner, in a prison of silk and gold. But tonight I will leave the castle forever. You will also be free. Kara. How sweet. I got the key. The steel door opens a key. I don't need anyone's help. I can get out by myself. Suit yourself out, buddy. Okay, so I already got 4 red jewels. In Edward's prison, there is a pillar, or there is a rusted switch that you can't open. Okay, that's gonna be later on. Okay, now when you defeat all the enemies, a jewel around you, all of the enemies around you, a jewel will appear. And the more enemies you defeat, you can level up. Now, regarding the jewels in this game, if you get 100 jewels, you will get an extra life, and you will not go all the way back. And when you die, you go back to the entrance of that room you entered, but not all the way back to the beginning. Now, if you don't have 100 jewels and lives, if you die, you're gonna have to start all the way back to the beginning. Okay. Oh, Jesus. My strength has increased. Good. The more enemies you defeat, the more you level up. This game is like a mixture of RPG and with the same gameplay element as Zelda. When I was a kid, and I thought that little blue flower thing was an enemy. But That's an ally of yours. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, she's gonna guide you. Ooh, right there. Now, you can block projectile attacks by using by hitting the L or R buttons. And I found a herb. Herbs can restore your health. Use them wisely. Defense has increased. Good. Now, watch out for those falling spears. Okay. Yes. Okay, this is where you get the next red jewel. When you defeat enemies, a shiny silver dark gem will appear. If you collect 100 of these, you gain a life. Even if you're defeated, you won't have to go back very far. That's a cool thing about this game. Ooh, bats. Not only my power increases, but I open the way. Okay, so now, try playing the flute. Play the melody. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Ooh, what a pretty song. Go to the switch on the right-hand wall. Okay. The door won't open unless you push the switch on the count of 3. When I shout, push the switch. I'll count to 1 to 3. Don't make a mistake. 1, 2, 3. Stop! The door is open! Go in! Thank you. Muchas gracias. Okay. Now, here's a dark space portal right here. And here is where we're gonna meet Friedan. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I'll give you some advice. Your shape is only temporary. Try standing in front of the statue next to you. Okay, here we go. Will, I have been waiting a long time for you to come. I am Friedan. I am eternal. Let me help you on your journey. As time goes by, you'll come to understand my nature. Will gradually loses consciousness. So now, I have a sword. Yay. Now, Will's flute could not reach to the switch, but Frieden's sword can. Okay. Now, Frieden's sword is a lot stronger than Will's flute. Okay, here we go. A red jewel. Yes. Now watch out for that skull. There you go. Okay, so now we finally left the prison. When the enemies are destroyed, Will can return to his original shape. Automatically, of course. I saw you, but I'm surprised you can change your shape like me. I'm Lily, an Adari girl protected by the flower spirit. How? How do you know a melody you could only have heard from us? I learned it from Grandma Lola. She hummed it whenever she was upset. I have had some of her pie. It tastes rather unusual, doesn't it? You know my grandmother? Actually, she asked me to rescue you. The elder is calling. I have to go. We'll meet again. Goodbye, Will. Yeah, see you later. Okay, and another one is right here. There you go. So the next red jewel will be in Idari Village. And here's a sympathetic soldier who will say, "Ah, it's you. You've escaped from the prison. Trust what I say. Run from this castle. It'd be terrible if King Edward found you here." Yeah, and he will go all Joffrey Baratheon on me if he did. Express what you feel for that woman, bro. Of course, you've come. Thank you. Was the guard sleeping outside? His nickname is Old Snorehead. Sleeping again. Your little pig has come. His name is Hamlet. Cute, isn't he? He's very smart. He has some kind of strange pig power. Animals are very smart, Kara. Even a lot smarter than us, humans. But before we get out of the castle, let's take some food with us. You found a large, yummy roast leg of yak. Sounds delicious. Everything's ready. Let's go before the soldiers find us. Well, yak is like a food. Well, eating yak, that's like Like in Hong Kong or China or something, I don't know. At last we leave. Let's go to your house. I'm worried about your grandparents. Let's go back to South Cape and goodbye Edward's Castle. All the way back to South Cape. What? What's happened? It's awful! Who would do such a thing? My grandparents. Grandpa Bill? Grandma Lola? I'll look upstairs. Ooh, Will! Come here, quick, it's terrible! Terrible! What happened? Look at the wall! This mark, a jackal! The jackal's here! Jackal? He's a hunter hired by my mother. An evil man who will stop at nothing. Once he starts after you, there's no stopping him. He has no regard for human life. My grandpa and grandma. Don't worry, you two. You're the one who... Who are you? I'm Will's friend. Lily, do you know anything about this? It's okay. Your grandpa and grandma are safe. They're in my village. Your village? Addery Village. I never heard of this village. Well, naturally her village has a barrier around it. Ordinary people like you can't see it. Kinda like Wakanda. Almost like Wakanda. It's far too dangerous for a princess. You can't stop royalty. I'll do whatever I want. Typical of a princess. So entitled. Meet the townspeople because I won't be back for a long, long time. Even if I move to another place, I can't pull it up. Just calm down, bro. What happened, Will? You look so gloomy. Something you can tell us about? Typical Seth. What's the matter? You're not acting like the same old Will. And looks like they did some spring cleaning too. Are you ready to go? Yup. I think something wonderful is going to happen. No. From here on there will be many hardships. You're nitpicking. That's what I expected. Have you ever been outside of the castle? Crazy girl. Catfight. Are you totally ignorant of the world? Will is my friend, understand? Hey, Will, aren't you my friend too? Of course. I'm glad. And Will, let's go hand in hand. Okay, so now that's it for South Cape. We're not coming back here. Instead, we're going to Addery Village. This is my village, but you're probably surprised that there are no houses. Will, try playing that melody that called to me under Edward Castle. Okay. Okay, here comes the wind. Were you surprised? There's a barrier around this village. Most people can't see it. The princess is going to be a bother. She sure will. On the road, all I heard was, my feet hurt. I'm thirsty. I'm tired of hearing it. I can't help it. My feet hurt. Huh, you are so privileged you never even traveled outside. And I found a red jewel too on those logs. And it looks like we are He almost got them. A poison marsupial pie. We didn't ask her to come along. You can look around the village, but then come back here. No other children. Wow. So right now, we have to go to the elder, who's in the flower garden. He's very old, but very wise. The, seems like it. Incan gold, but many who set foot in the Incan ruins have never returned. The ruins are an ancient tomb. Why can't you leave them alone? Well, because humans are very curious by nature, just so you know. And now we're going to have a new power for Will. This one is called the Psycho Dash. The Psycho Dash can now be used. Only young Will can use the Psycho Dash. You can smash walls and obstacles by hurling yourself against them. Use the attack button to save energy. Nice. And let's run that down the hill, and here we go. Here we go. Woo! Yeah! You've come, Will. I'm here, in the flowers. I've lived too long. I can't live without the protection of the flower spirit. You really look like your father. It seems like only yesterday that he came to this village. My father? Your mother, Shira, was the only daughter of your grandparents, Bill and Lola. She was very beautiful. Your father fell in love with her and took her from the village. All of the Idari tribe have a strange power, but Shira's was especially strong. She made a barrier to hide the town, but your father came through it easily. Come to think of it, he was unusual too. Were you summoned by your father? Yup. That fulfills Lola's prophecy. Do you plan to go? Yes. Good. I will entrust you with an Incan statue headed down to the village. The statues are the key to the Incan riddle, untouched by human hands for hundreds of years. One statue is enshrined in the cave below. Use all your skill to find it. Okay, here we go. There we go. I've got the very first I got Incan statue A. Ooh, that's the Incan statue. Good job. I wonder if you were put on this earth to solve the Incan riddle. I'll tell you a legend handed down by our people. Put this statue on the Larai cliff below the ruins, where the spirit's breath cannot reach. The winds in the valley will lead you to the gold ship. Understand? Yes. It is said that the Moon Tribe has one more. Have Lily guide you there. Be careful. Okay. Alright. What? Moon Tribe? I know. Not a tribe. More like a strange shadow form. A high mountain and peak near here has become their home. Shall we go? Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'll lead. I'm going too. I want to see the Moon Tribe. Since I escaped the confinement of the castle, I want to see and hear everything. Ah, the pursuit of knowledge. Ain't that a beautiful thing? No, it's too dangerous for princesses. If you don't want to bother Will, just wait here quietly. I seem to be the only one left out. So I'll talk to Grandma Lola. Yeah. She's sulking. It's good medicine for a selfish girl. The mountain pass will be difficult, but let's do the best we can. Okay, so now we're going to the Moon Tribe camp. Ah, we've arrived. This is the Moon Tribe's home. Good evening. Out for a stroll? Up! This body is lighter than air. What are you? Guess who? Cotton Candy's relative. Birdman. Birdman! One of them old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Old man's ghost? Wrong! Anything you answer, wrong. Actually, we are the Moon Tribe, also known as Shadows. Wherever there's light, there are shadows. Who were changed by being bathed in the light only once, will spend our future in a world without light. That's messed up. One of my party has been kidnapped. Know your destination? Maybe someone's chasing you. Cuckoo. You're bright but still immature. They saw the destruction of the Incan Empire. The Incan statue sleeps in the cave below. If you like, we'll give it to you. It comes once every 800 years. This is the 4th time. The more light that reaches you, the stronger the dark power. What will be born of the light this time? I'll wait here. Okay, so time to kill the monsters in a limited time. For 20 seconds. Four, 3, 2, 1. Whew, that was close. And now we got the Incan statue B. Oh, that statue! You are great! Let's go to the Inca Ruins. You don't really understand until you lose your parents. Well, he doesn't want to fight, but he knows that he has to rescue his father because his father wants his own son to save him. Usually in stories like this, the fathers go for their son to save their sons or their daughters, or have someone else do it for them, but it's a cool thing how a son goes to rescue his dad. Okay, so this is the Inca Ruins. The hidden puzzle of the Inca legend is here. The Incas were, after being invaded, the Incas decided to leave their native land to find a new world. They secretly built a huge ship and filled it with priceless gold artifacts. But there's no record of the ship leaving. That's probably the Incan gold ship in the story. Okay, so here we go. You're so mean! Leave me behind! How could you do that? Oh, princess. Why are you in a place like this? It's dangerous. Lola told me about this place. I've been waiting. I thought you left me. You should tell me where you're going. What is Will looking for in the ruins? I can't just wait around and eat while Will is working so hard. I'm waiting here for Will to return. Well, a princess wouldn't understand. I'll wait for you here, okay? Put the statue on the Larai cliff below the ruins where the spirit's breath cannot reach. The valley wind will lead you to the gold ship. Okay, so this is the first place where we get one of the first mystic statue. A tremendous wind at the Larai cliff. Okay, so these are the Inca ruins. In history, the Inca Empire was one of the largest indigenous empires of pre-Columbian America. The administrative, political, and military center of the empire were located in the city of Cusco. The Inca civilization arose from the Peruvian highlands sometime around in the 13th century, but unfortunately, the Incans would later be exterminated by the Spaniards in 1572. It's sad how the land of the indigenous were taken by colonizers. Very, very sad. Now, when it comes to gold, the Spaniards wanted one thing from the indigenous: their gold. Because gold had like a monetary value to Europeans. However, the indigenous tribes like the Incas, the Aztecs, and the Mayans, and also the Taínos in the Caribbean, they would use gold to venerate and worship their fellow deities. Gold was an offering to the deities that they worshipped. I just love how this game brings a lot of cultures from the real world. But still, I find it tragic and sad how the indigenous were slaughtered mercilessly by colonizers. I found the diamond-shaped block. Okay, here's a bridge. There you go. You can always jump from there too. The remains of a dead body. An explorer who sought the Incan gold ship. Father, please come back alive. Nana. When you find the gold ship by a crook, Sabas. Sad. Okay, and this treasure? There's a herb, and that treasure over there, that is a red jewel. It's always good to explore or so much of this. Finding cool stuff and even red jewels to get to that secret boss. I've seen some videos on YouTube, but you want to know something? I never got all 50 jewels ever before. And also, the one who has a better explanation about Illusion of Gaia's World of Wonders is Matt Pat of the Game Theorists. He's one of my main inspirations behind my channel. I mean, me making my channel of video games in the world and talking about how video games can have a lot of historical references, cultural references, as well as real life lessons that we can learn. Okay, you can pull the statues and pull them here to the golden tile. Don't get too close to those statues or you'll wake them up. Okay. Stand on each of the 4 tiles at the same time. Good. Oh my god, someone's calling me. And in the middle of a stream! Jesus! I hate that. Hold on, I have to take this. I'm so insistent. Pardon for the interruption, but sometimes you gotta take things. Okay. Huh, cool. A dark space. Now, when you enter a dark space and if you're about to die or have like half of your health depleted, Gaia can cure you, and that's a cool thing. Time to change into the Dark Knight Freedan. Yeah. Okay. Defense has increased. The wind in the valley plays a melody. The statue seems to be singing. Bum 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 bum. The melody of the wind. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, it's a cool thing that I have to go back up, but we have to go all the way down. And then I couldn't reach this guy, but now got him. And time to cross. Woo! I love this. Power run, power run, power run, ba-da. Now, I've been thinking about making a Spanish live stream with a video game, Saint Seiya, Soldier Souls, because Saint Seiya is more known in Latin America than here. So my live streaming will be in Spanish, en español. Yes. Too bad you couldn't go up. Woo! Oh, Jesus, help. God. Sham piss. Sorry, I was watching Orange is the New Black. Now, when you awaken the statues, the light green ones will throw their spears at you, but the purple ones will throw fire at you. Well, at least it won't wake up. Unless I hit this. But hey, gotta level up sometime. Okay. Imagine how cool it would be if they remastered this game. And also, if only this game... By the time that the Nintendo Wii came out and you had Super NES games, if only this was on the Wii Virtual... on the now defunct Wii Virtual Console. That sucks. Okay. Another statue wakes up. Well, look, at least it ain't purple. In order to cross... Okay. Now, if you want to level up, hit the switch, but I'd rather not do it now. Rather not waste my herbs and save it for the bosses. These are the ones that matter. What to use your herbs on. Or if you're in real danger. Okay, now, that what you saw, sometimes an enemy will drop these jewels that have like 5 HP. All right. Okay, inside that treasure is a red jewel. Ain't that cool, folks? Yes. Okay, so in order to open the path to the boss, you need will for this. Here we go. Yes. Good. Okay, now, let's play the Melody of the Wind. Da na 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 na. Ba da 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 da. Ba na 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 na. Bum 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 bum. The gold block began to glow. I always do this. There you go. Okay, so now we're gonna have to set the statues on these heads. This will lead you to the dark space. And now it's time to turn into Freedan because we're going to fight our very first boss in the game, the Guardian. When he suffers damage, rays of light will shoot from his head. If he suffers damage, hide behind him. Okay, so now we're going to fight our first boss. Get ready. There we go. Okay, first, go for its hands. It's the devil himself right there. Oh, shucks. After the demon disappears, Will returns to his original shape. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. We're done with this boss, so now let's go inside here. The gold Incan ship. I feel like someone's there. Look! Look! The king has returned! And he's much shorter. It's the king. You're safe. I'm the king. King, you're safe. Now we can set sail. The queen is in her stateroom. Please show her that you're okay. It's a happy occasion. We have waited for you for such a long time. And there's the queen. The ring she got from the king. Separated by colonizers. Why must we flee? Is it our home? It's a mystic statue, and that's the very first one of 6 mystic statues. Okay, so now that we got the mystic statue, let's go outside and get up to the tower. Oh, Short King, look there! The ship is coming out of the cave! After living in darkness for so long, the brightness is like a new beginning. How can invaders come to destroy a world as beautiful as this? Well, invaders come to destroy and invade and colonize out of pure greed and a desire to take over. And no matter how much descendants of colonizers deny it, they cannot change what happened. They can atone for it, yes, but not live a life of self-hatred and guilt over what they had no control of many years ago. Okay, now it's time for me to rest. Pulled inside a dream he was. Will's mother, Shira. Look in the sky. The comet is so beautiful. After years and years, the comet approaches Earth, then recedes. Some say it's an unlucky star, some say it's a lucky star. Lucky star, I always use that. Then hope that happiness doesn't sleep away. Will, I'm always watching over you. And once you wake up... Oh dear. Lance, what are you doing here? Don't call it strange. I was born there. It's invisible. I'd call that pretty strange. Will, you can't go on a journey without telling us. Since we're friends, we have to share good times and bad. He's got a point, you know. This is where the Inca was standing. You're back so late. The elder must have read your fortune. He said that you were floating alone on the sea. I was so surprised. I was surprised. Oh, it's you, Will. Don't scare me. I found a strange jewel on board the ship. I'll give it to you. Thanks. The Queen. They perish waiting for the king's return. I can't stand anything that restores people's peaceful lives. The Queen's mummy sleeps silently. There's a gold ring on her long, slender, bony finger. That ring must be one of the artifacts put on the ship. This is the most valuable of all the artifacts. Many people have lost their lives trying to get rich by finding this ring. I want the ring. It's so pretty. I really must have it. Have you no shame? You could be cursed. Mm-hmm. What? Oh boy. Are you okay? Wah! Oh shucks. It's Seth. Oh man. Poor Seth. It's that fish again! Will be dessert! Stop crying and grab this or you fall overboard! Oh man. You just come to. I've lost everyone. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Like a lizard's tail. Disasters sometimes happen suddenly. Yeah, there have been incidents where people have been adrift. It was better than any food we've ever had. The yak. Drifting day 2. What are you doing? The poor fish! Well, it's eat or die, Kara. Time passed slowly with nothing but to break the monotony. Kara just stared at the fish all day. Will couldn't stand it. He walked around on the raft and talked to Kara many times. A minute seemed like forever, but he could hear the march of time. Drifting day 4. I have a premonition. Help is coming. What? A letter in the jar. We are on a ship on our way to be sold as forced labor in an unknown land. If anyone reads this, please save us. Sam. Slavery. That's sad. It's me who needs to be saved. You should have caught that fish. If you had. I can't hurt such a pretty fish. Are you saying it's better to starve? Raw fish gives me the creeps. I can't eat it. Besides, the fish are fighting to stay alive. Fish feel pain. I bet she's vegan. Kara didn't say anything all day. A typical princess. She's such a bother. That's for sure. Drifting day 7. Drifting. First week, a school of fish. He reached the end of his rope. If he didn't eat more, he thought he would starve. Okay, here we go. There we go. Will, sorry I talked to you that way yesterday. I'll try to eat the fish. I can't do anything if I starve. Only in peacetime you can refuse food you don't like. Let's catch a fish. A good one. Happily, Kara ate some fish. Will found that he started to develop feelings for Kara. Oh man, this is so cute. Right there. The stars are beautiful. If I were taller, I could reach them. Sure, Lily and Lance are looking at the same star-studded sky. If I could talk to the stars, I could find out where everyone else is. There seems to be one extra star near the constellation of Cygnus. Yes, that red star. Shall we make a wish upon that star? I have a feeling it'll come true. Will you close your eyes too? I hope for everyone's safety and for my father. 18 days since drifting. For almost 3 weeks now. His hair's gotten a little long, just a little. And Kara doesn't act like a spoiled princess now. If you told someone she was one of the island girls, no one would doubt it. It's terrible. What is that? They're in the water. Sharks. What should we do? They're just surrounding. They're circling around, but they're not attacking. Let's think about this. I've got it. They're not hungry. My grandpa told me that only humans attack living things when they're not hungry. Then what we're doing is not usual human behavior. We didn't eat fish until we were starving. That's right, they're going. Goodbye, sharks. Day 21. When I was in the castle, I loved watching the sunset. The sunset was so beautiful from the corner of the castle, but now I've come to hate it. After the sun has set, the darkness comes. I thought I'd never see the sunrise again, but since you're with me, I see a beautiful sunrise every morning. I wanted to say the same things to you, but somehow words just wouldn't come out. I just nodded, saying nothing. Oh boy. Oh Jesus. Will, what's wrong? Wake up! Don't leave me here alone! You can wake him up now. He'll be fine if he takes vitamin C. It's scurvy, a disease caused by a long-term lack of vitamin C. Columbus's crew contracted once. Nothing to worry about. Huh, so they talk about Christopher Columbus in this one. When it gets worse, the blood gets bad and the skin turns black. The gums bleed and the body starts decaying. We're saved. Oakton. The city of Phrygia is half a day to the north. If you're looking for your friend, you should look in a big town. And there's a red jewel. Woof woof! It's time to go to Phrygia. She's gonna thank the dog. The dog's name is Turbo. So now it's time to go to Phrygia. Okay, so this is the city of Phrygia. Oh, that's nice. What a great city. No more voice acting for now. People who live in such a pretty place must have beautiful hearts. Sometimes you gotta look what's on the inside, no matter how beautiful it looks on the outside. A cute couple? Well, come in. Come in. Will and Kara? Lily. It's Lily. Almost a month since they separated and working and living in this hotel. Lance is there. Everyone is safe except that Seth is dead, and now Lance, he's amnesiac. I'm glad everyone is safe, but okay, let's have a little exploration in the city of Phrygia. So there's a red jewel inside of a pot of the second floor of the inn. There you go. In that window? Huh, look at those two making out. And that's another one. Cool. Okay, now, one of the little things we have to do in Phrygia is this. Mothers are always worrying about things. That's true. I was afraid you'd be kidnapped by someone or happened wounded. My mother suffered like that. Mothers always worrying about things? Well, it's their nature. Moms are like that. Yes. Attack power raised. Alright. I was startled. Someone dropped from the ceiling. Thanks for showing me that imprisoned type. I will give you something. Oh, kids. If you do something this dangerous again, you'll be in big trouble. Huh, as if you know my parents, idiot. He had something in his eye. She was just helping me. Yeah, right. You two were just making out. You two were just making out more than Mike and Eleven in Stranger Things. Here's a dark space. No one could put a show like me. Have a look. Remember that movie that college campus movie with Mark Paul Gosselaar, her about suicide and all this stuff? It was a comedy though, but I remember that Allison Hannigan's hair was burned in that college comedy movie. You know, Allison Hannigan, fantastic actress. A man working at the hotel was caught by a labor trader. Well, if it's to get a red jewel to get those secrets, well... Those guys are creepy anyway. Soon a great power will come from above, then mankind will die out. I don't know who made the prediction, but it's all a lie. I do this to forget. When I think of myself in your position, I shudder. I have no time to worry about what people think. It's hard enough to come just taking care of myself. I am Imas. I was brought here by a boat from far off Asia. We are a hunting tribe. When we're hungry, we hunt for food. All of the animals here have fallen victim to an unknown disease. Remus. Our game disappeared, and we had nothing to eat. We had no choice but to become laborers. Willing slaves? That sucks.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
Sam. We were rescued last night by a man named Eric who was working at the hotel, but we were caught by the labor traders. He's being held in a house on the corner of a back street in town. Please save him. Thanks. Thank you for your pushing. Is a man called Eric there? I've never heard of such a name. Why do you ask? Will, is that Will's voice? Save me! Hey boy, be quiet! Stupid slave master. You've come to rescue me? I didn't think you could break down the door! Well, that was brave of you to try to rescue the laborers. But now it's time to go to the diamond mines. The diamond mine. La mina de los diamantes. Okay, so we have new enemies to see here. We have new enemies, like those lizard bird guys. But we gotta save these laborers. There are 8 laborers, including me, forced to work in the mine. Please save us. Okay. There are certain... Now, regarding the red jewels here in the diamond mine, there are places in... There's a place in the mines where your hair will blow when you're standing by a certain wall. Use the cycle dash on the wall to get 3 red jewels. It's close to a Gaia portal. There you go. As a reward, I'll tell you something. This mine has a secret room. Its entrance blends into the wall, but you can find it by watching for wind blowing through cracks in the wall. Of course, it will blow your fine hair like yours around. Then you'll understand. Time to free the slaves in this one. Yes. I got... And there's another herb. Yeah. Okay, that's one switch. Second switch. Third switch. And here comes the fourth one. It's getting darker. What can I say? Okay, this is one of the clues. What would happen if we took longer? 3 red jewels to the jeweler. Muchas gracias, hermano. Thanks a lot. Okay, almost got 3 lives. Okay, so not only Will can get new practical powers throughout the game, but also Friedan and can get practical powers in the game as well. Yes, alright. Yes. HP has increased. Okay, so we're gonna have to change as will first, and then get what's behind that wall. I am Gaia, the source of all life. I will give you some advice. Freedom's power, the Dark Friar can defeat enemies in a place a sword can't reach. When you defeated all the enemies, the road will open up. Let's record this and go. And now I have the power of the Dark Friar. It can be used. The Dark Friar is a dark power that only the Dark Knight Freedom can use. Use the aura power to scorch a distant enemy. Use the attack button to save energy. You mean to charge up. I want to also dedicate this live stream to Zelda Universe. Thank you for that awesome fan dubbing of Majora's Mask. It was phenomenal. And also, here's a fun fact about that fan dub. I auditioned for the role of one of the characters of the Indiegogos, but I couldn't make it. Well, there's always next time. Where there's a will, there's a way. Todo obra para bien. All works out for the best. There are people who are forced to work deep in the diamond mine. Please use this key to save them. You've got the elevator key. Okay, here we go. Elevator going up. Elevator going down. Okay, so in order to open this door, you need 2 keys. Yes. All right. In that in that in that corpse, there's the first key. The key to the mine. The first one, of course. And now we're going to this part. Gotcha. Thank you. I won't forget what you've done. Take this key. And I got the second key to the mine. Yeah. Without both keys, the door won't open. Right. There you go. Thank you. Our home village is far across the ocean. If you could go there, help the villagers regain their strength. All living things in our home country have grown strange. People have turned to stone. Some are sick with unknown diseases. Thank you. I heard from Eric that your friend has lost his memory. Legend says that there is a song that brings back the past. Please let him hear it. The memory melody. I need a favor. May I have the person key in the melody of one as a souvenir of our meeting? I'm sure I'll never use it again. Sure, go ahead. Take it. Okay, now it's time to haul ass. Elevator going down. Elevator going down too. Okay, so it's time to go back to Phrygia and restore the mind, the memory of our friend, Lance. Okay, Lance, time to return to your memories. Time to restore your memory. What is this place? Somehow I feel like a little homesick. I feel like I'm back in the womb. Everything that's happened and the people I've met are pouring into my head. I was raised in the town of South Cape. When my father didn't come back from an expedition, the most important thing in my life was gone. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't stand my father using soldiers to invade other countries. It's awful when someone loses their life. What had taken years to put together was destroyed in one moment. It's true, stuff like that happens all the time. People live on because they forget about unpleasant things. Yeah, people forget about unpleasant things, but unpleasant things are hard to forget because they were like very, very hurtful, you know? What? What have I been doing? What's happened to everyone? Lance, your memory is back. I was worried. I wonder what happened. I guess everyone was worried. I take care of someone in the same situation. What's wrong? You're crying. Well, there's an eccentric inventor in the woods nearby. Shall we go? I think his name is Neil. Did you say Neil? That's the same name as my lost cousin. My cousin Neil, the inventor, flew in the sky in a thing called an airplane. Neil's cottage. Huh, so he's a Leonardo da Vinci in this game. It's open, come on in. Neil, it's me, Will from South Cape. Oh, Will, you've gotten strong. Are all these people your friends? This person stinks. What are you saying? You shouldn't talk like that. There's a wonderful smell in this room, isn't there? Hey, both of you talk pretty harshly. When you're wrapped up in inventing something, you don't care about your appearance. It's kind of true. I don't think the smell is that bad. Not enough for me to hate me for it. I've only been wearing these socks for a month. Oh, Jesus, that's disgusting. I've only had mine for 3 weeks. I guess I lose. I can't believe it. I don't want to breathe the same air as him. I've heard enough about my socks. Make yourself at home. You're Will's friends. Welcome. Seth will be pleased when he sees his invention. It's been about 2 years since we last met, hasn't it? I've invented lots of things since then. There are 4 inventions in this room. The 4 inventions in this room are my best work. Have a look. A camera. It will burn a copy of a scene onto a printing paper. The problem is that it takes almost 30 minutes. Scenery doesn't move, but to photograph a person means it can't move for 30 minutes. When I used it, the eyes turned bright red like a rabbit's. That's a telescope. You can see stars as if they were in your hand. Those are airplane wings. It's part of a machine that will fulfill man's dream of flying in the air like a bird. The body's too big, and you need a runway to take off. So it's hidden in the desert. That's an oxygen tank. There's air inside. With this you can breathe underwater, but there's only 1 minute's worth of air inside. Compressing the air let you stay underwater for longer, but I don't know how to do it. Tell me why you came to see me. Interesting. I too have some interest in ruins. The ruins we'll talk about are scattered over the world, but they have something in common. Drawing a line among the ruins make a shape that looks like the constellation of Cygnus. Cygnus? That's the Tower of Babel, where Will's father got lost. It's in the middle of a ground painting of a big white bird. There's a new red star below the constellation of Cygnus. That's right, you know a lot. The red star in Cygnus, Will's interest in ruins. Different elements are bound together organically. I don't know if it's by coincidence or by design, but something is going to happen. Fortunately, the Nazca ground paintings are a week's walk east of here. Good, then it's settled. We're going too. We don't want Will to be the only one having a good time. Okay, so where Will and his friends are heading are the Nazca linings. Now, the Nazca lines are located in the Nazca Desert in Peru, in South America. Now, these lines are a group of very large geoglyphs made in the soil of the Nazca Desert in southern Peru. They were created between 500 BCE and 500 CE by people making depressions or shallow incisions in the desert floor, removing pebbles and leaving differently colored dirt exposed. Now, the Nazca linings look more like the shape of a monkey, and they are best seen from the air. There's the monkey and the condor, I believe. It's scary. I'll stay with Neo. Don't be in such a hurry. Wait for everyone else. Up until now, all of them is go to school, study, and play. Sometimes I wonder if my being here isn't all a dream. Indigenous Peruvian culture. How wonderful it is. All indigenous cultures were wonderful, but what's really sad is that many of the indigenous were wiped out by the colonists. So that's the Moon Tribe guy that was found. Cool. Hey, where you going? Dude! The mystic statue that Will spoke of is somewhere on this plane. They're positioned like the stars in the constellation of Cygnus. It has 9 stars and there are 9 stones. The red star that appeared recently in the tail. No. The left foot. This is like one of the most cultural or themed video games ever. There's a tile buried in the sand. When Will's flute touched it, there was a rumbling sound. Hey! Something is coming down! Well! Before, snake! Okay, so now we are in the Sky Garden. On the ground, Neil and my friends looked like tiny ants back and forth. Could the paintings be an airport for the Sky Garden? Nah. Okay, so in order to form the bridge, you need to get 4 crystal balls. Okay, let's go to the bottom. Huh. You know what? I'd rather play this game than watch Ancient Aliens. Because then again, who knows? Maybe Ancient Aliens could be fake or something. I don't know. Oh. Cool. Okay, so going to the back of the garden can help you obtain in the crystal ball, but when you go into the back of the garden, watch out for those worms, because when you kill any of these iron ball like worms, they'll make a last resort attack by throwing bombs at you, sort of like a freaking kamikaze type of technique. Oh boy. Yes. And that's the crystal ball. Okay. First crystal ball in the hole. Let's go for the next one. Okay, so you need that tornado spin that's hidden, that it's in one of the portals in the Sky Garden. Cool, a red jewel. Four lives. All right. And now, let us return to young Will. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? Yes, okay. There you go. Haha. All true. When you step on the tile, it makes a sound, which means I have to use a statue. Oh, I could use a nice cold beer right now. And that statue lost his arms. It's flying. Mission control. I found the next crystal ball. Yes. Hate this hate. Okay. And there's the red jewel. Let's see how many red jewels I get in this stage. In the Sky Garden, 2 treasure chests that contain jewels. Okay. Huh, they can hop to the other side too. Okay. And this is the third crystal ball. A herd. Good. HP power has increased. Yes. You know, I heard this news that the creators of Cyberpunk 2077 don't want to make a political stance on their game. One of the many reasons I might have to buy that game. Cause look, video games are do I agree that video games need to give a message for a lot of people, a positive message? Yes, I do. But politics, nah. Now, I don't think some of the video games I'm about to mention are political stances or something like that. You know? I don't think these are like political stances that the games I have played have given. Hold on a second. I mean, I wrote this on my Facebook page of Video Games in the World. Okay. So these are not exactly political stances, but here's the thing. Assassin's Creed promoted free thought, free speech, and also peace in all things and equality as well. Now, the Assassins fight for peace in all things, while the Templars, they fight for order and control. As the Assassins fight for the preservation of free will. But in games like Assassin's Creed Rogue, the Assassins can become an example of freedom without control. Like freedom and chaos. As for the Templars, it shows order out of control. Like, it shows order in a dictatorial type. Like, the Assassins being grassroots liberty, while the Templars are like benevolent dictatorship. But still, the Assassins promoted free thought. But still, Assassin's Creed promoted free thought, free speech, and equality for people of different races, creeds, genders, and sexual orientations. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Assassin's Creed. Final Fantasy VII had a message about fighting for the environment. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy E10 talked about religious indoctrination and how potentially regressive it can be. And very anti-science as well. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Final Fantasy X. Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance, and Radiant Dawn promoted unity between races, the Bjork and the Laguz, to fight against a tyrannical empire that oppressed the other race for so long. And that's a fourth crystal ball, but first we gotta get that treasure. So races, the race of the Bjork and the Laguz had joined together to fight against oppression and tyranny. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn or Path of Radiance. You didn't get Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. Now, BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein fought against the Nazis, and he's literally a symbol of fighting against the alt-right. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Wolfenstein. Mass Effect, one of the best fracking games ever. The old Mass Effect trilogy, of course. It was just like Star Trek, promoting equality for all races, genders, and sexual orientations in an era where such things do not matter. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Mass Effect or Star Trek. Hey. Now, the video game Dead Space, although it's a survival horror video game, it had a message about the potentiality about the religious extremism, how dangerous it can be, and how evil it can be. Life is Strange had a positive representation of LGBTQ romance and high school life, and it was also an anti-bullying video game. If you didn't get that, you didn't get Life is Strange. But I've gone around long enough. We'll talk about that soon. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so now we're gonna fight the boss of the Sky Garden. Gotcha. And we got a Mystic Statue. And that's a second one. If you think all these messages are like social political, you probably didn't get it. Now look, Now, if you think BJ Blazkowicz fighting the Nazis, now I remember when they called Wolfenstein 2 SJW propaganda. Yes. That was a close one. Don't cry. Will's been saved. Neo, you were great. This invention saved Will's life. Don't flatter me. We should try and locate the next ruins. I expect the ship of Cygnus is the same shape of Moon. Well, to the ocean. Moon lies somewhere in this ocean. Oh boy. We're gonna crash! Well, at least we got parachutes. We got out of the airplane in the nick of time. Neil's a good inventor, but it seems there's always something missing in his inventions. I guess nobody's perfect. Of course nobody's perfect. The next thing he knew, Will was standing in a huge palace. I couldn't remember anything since my water landing. Is everyone safe? That's odd. Even if I touch it, no damage occurs. Well, right now we are headed for Mu. So now, this is the Palace of the Vampires. What? A sign of life in that right-hand room? A subway somewhere. This is the Palace of Vampires. The fountain in this palace produces demons continuously. Eric. Mom, save me! And I got a red jewel. In the castle of the base, in the basement of the castle, there's a strange fountain. The stone is there. Hurry, hurry. Lily. Okay, it's time to stick together. The purification stone is in the castle. The Seaside Palace. There are three treasure chests in the Seaside Palace that contain jewels. Lance. Neil. Isn't there a hole in the coffin? I could get in through the hole. You are useful. You've got the purification stone. Yeah. But first, let's get the other two treasures that have the red jewel. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay, already got that treasure. And we're going all the way down there, ladies and gents. Okay. Mama's wrong again. No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. That was from the water boy. It's a cold quarantine I could. It's fine, Bella. One more left. Uno más. Solo queda uno más. It's a strange fountain. Okay. Raise the purification stone. The stone begins to glow and disappeared into the spring. Good. The water has been purified, which means... Saved. Thank you. I was brought to this palace from Frisia and changed into a demon. Yeah, it is terrifying. And look, our friends are gone. That's what you get. That's human trafficking. And human trafficking, nothing good ever it is. Tempted by a beautiful woman. A nice guy asked me, so I follow him. I don't trust men. I guess you and certain feminists might be good friends. A vampire couple lives in the coffins. They bring people here, turn them into demons, and use them for labor. Damn, that's crazy. Ah, vampires. Remember when vampires used to be cool? Before all that Twilight crap came along? True vampires don't sparkle. Thank you. There we go. That's the last of it. The Phantom Land of Mu lies ahead. Well, this is a dungeon that's going to be very, very, very difficult. Those monsters and the vampires themselves, the bosses of Mu, they're not going to play fair. Lily and I set foot on Mu. They will probably welcome us after waking from a sleep of thousands of years. It's easier to get lost, so get ready. Now you better be careful with those stone golems. And pissing them off can make things a lot worse. Better watch out for this one. It is empty. Ooh boy. The real treasures lie when you drain the water. Thrust. Yes. Why are you bringing me the classifieds? I asked for a glass of ice. the Room of Hope. You need one of the statues to lower the water levels. I mean, yes. Another empty one. Okay. Invisible treasure. You found the Statue of Hope. The Statue of Hope. Was there a room with the same name? Yes, there was. Well, I've been thinking. It appears as if the treasure chest is in the exact spot where the line of vision between both the statues cross. I wonder if this is supposed to mean something. Maybe not. Okay, so the first level of water is drained. The sun god, Rama. The ocean holds his power. Now we can explore new areas indeed. Yeah. Ultra. I was kind of hoping you'd give me something useful. Thank you. A little bit of thrust. Okay, here we go. Come. I just love the sound effects in this game. Yes, made it. Now in this stage, you get a new technique from Will, and that is a slide. I thought the tornado was in the sky guard. I'm sorry. It's been such a long time since I played this game. A very long time. And here it is. Psycho Slide Hider can now be used. Okay, so, well, Young Will has the Psycho power. Young Will's powers are called like Psycho Dash, Psycho Slider, Psycho Wind, you know. Well, since these are Psycho powers, I'm willing to bet that he could be an apprentice of Bison from Street Fighter. Psycho Crusher! Gerald C. Rivers. In Japanese, Psycho Crusher! Kuda. Cool, isn't it? Listen to me, you little wiseacre. I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. Ah, Matilda, such a great movie. Check this out. Well, using the Psycho Slider against your enemies, it hurts them a lot more, and that's a cool thing. Video kill the radio star. Hola, mío. Oh, she said. Okay. That's one statue. And there's another one. Oh, and I've used up all my herbs. There we go. The next statue of hope. In the words of Huey Freeman, hope is irrational. God, I miss the Boondocks. Oh, this is like the largest live stream I'm doing ever. Es extremo calor. Let's revitalize. Now the cool thing about this game is that when you take out the monsters in a certain area, they won't respawn, and that's pretty cool. But in this one, if you lower the water levels, new ones will come. So get ready. Okay, this is another room of hope. A strange whisper is heard from somewhere. And one more, gamers. There we go. And that's a red jewel. How many red jewels Moo has again? It has a... South to the Temple of Hope. I wouldn't be labeled a racer. Speed racer. Haha, nice. Oh boy. It's my life. Bum 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 bum. Old school music is the best. This is me trying to pass the time. It's my life. Bum 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 bum. When you started this journey, Moo began to rise from the sea. Seawater still covers land. Whoo! Someone on the street. Someone is pulling a Vin Diesel outside. Whoever was driving that fast, someone wants to pull a Vin Diesel. Come on. Okay. A treasure chest. Good. Bum, 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 bum. Strength has increased. Okay, and that's another treasure, folks. Rama statue, the sun god. Alright, folks. I'm going to have to wrap this up. So, I'm going to save the state here. because it's a little late and there are things I have to do. So thank you for watching and good night.